wanted to go over a fun little project we're going to do something different in digital photography class. You're going to need some supplies. First of all, you're going to need a clear vase, glass, a variety thing, maybe an old fish bowl, anything you have around the house in the old cabinet that is a clear glass container. You're then going to fill it with water. You don't need to have these little beads in the bottom. I just have them in mine because I couldn't get the sticker off and I didn't like the way it looked. Next, you're going to need some food coloring. You can use either the regular old assorted food coloring kind, the liquid, or the gel. And you're going to need a light source and possibly some add-ins like glitter, maybe some baby oil, and we're going to see what happens with those. So what you're going to be doing is taking some pictures of the action and what happens with the colors in the water. Step-by-step directions for this project are listed in your Google Classroom, just like in real class. So what I would like you to also be very mindful of is when you're taking pictures close up like this, please be aware of what's in the background. One of your other options will be to play with your backgrounds. So maybe use something black so that it is making your water darker and it is cutting off your background. Please maybe use a colored piece of paper or a white piece of paper or sheet or cloth or anything you might have. Because you're going to be getting up close up in there and taking pictures of what happens with the water and what happens with the food dye. So basically what you're going to be doing is taking one of the dyes, have your camera ready. This might be a project where you involve your brother or sister or anybody else in the household. And you're going to be dripping the dye into the water. I then am going to get right close up in and take a picture of what's happening. Remember, what's in the background is definitely going to affect your picture. Look at the really neat swirls that happens in your clean water. This is what I want the pictures of. What happens when we put a black behind this and take a picture? What happens when we put another color behind this and take a picture? Next, you can use some add-ins. Oh, first I want to tell you, if you can't find any of the liquid food coloring like this, I had trouble finding it at first, and you just have the gel food coloring like this is what they had down the old Whitney's, you can just put a little drop of this into some water, swirl it around, and use any kind of dropper to drop your water in. It'll act just the same. So once you have that, think about what you would do with some add-ins. What happens if you put a little baby oil and food coloring together? Does that have a different effect in the water? When using a new technique or a new color, you might want to clean out your water and do this repeatedly. Have a fresh water. Or maybe you're going to wonder what happens when you add another color to a different colored water. Ooh, that looks pretty neat from my side. What would happen if we added some light to this and were then able to take the picture? Again, this is where you might need a few extra hands. And finally, experiment with some other add-ins that could be exciting to see what happens in the water. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this from there, but what would happen if we put a little glitter in there? Is that a neat picture we could take? Can I get up in there and see what happens with the glitter? What would happen if we swirled it around and got a swirl going on? Can I take a neat picture then? again, you might have to get fresh water from time to time when you're doing this. I want nice, cool, clear pictures. I just don't want to stop the video and get up and do all that stuff. So you're going to need to have at least 6 nice edited photos uploaded and attached to the assignment or this file, this assignment within your Google Classroom. You're definitely probably going to want to take more than 6, but pick your best 6 photos. And hopefully you can have a little fun with this project. All right, guys, see you again soon.